You have to have a can-do spirit in this world we're in now. With so many things changing and evolving and AI coming and technology changing and jobs are changing, if you don't have a can-do spirit to be able to survive and thrive, you'll never succeed. That's the starting point.
Hello and welcome to Springboard, your virtual university. My name is Albert Okran. Welcome you to Ghana's foremost developmental program and that place where the greatest minds in the world converge. Springboard is brought to you by the Springboard Roadshow Foundation in partnership with MTN Ghana, the Enterprise Group, and the Ghana Growth Program, a collaboration between MasterCard Foundation and Springboard. Today, after 17 years of consistently partnering to touch the lives of over hundreds of thousands of young people, I get to hang out with our favorite partner, MTN Ghana, and with the CEO, Stephen Blewett. Stephen, good to see you.
Good to see you.
And thanks for the partnership with MTN Ghana for the past 17 years.
Pleasure. These kinds of partnerships are powerful for us because when you're impacting people's lives, it's the greatest legacy you can leave, and it's the greatest legacy for an individual or a company. So it's very important to us.
It's unbelievable when we travel as we are doing now and you meet a young person or now in middle or senior management and they remind you about what was said when we came 15 years ago, 16 years ago on the road. And how far they've come on their journey. And it reminds us about the can-do spirit and how much their lives are changing.
And I think that can-do spirit is so important because the world is tough. I mean, I know I'm getting older now, so I look back and I remember other people doing it to me. You have to have a can-do spirit in this world we're in now. With so many things changing and evolving and AI coming and technology changing and jobs are changing, if you don't have a can-do spirit to be able to survive and thrive, you'll never succeed. That's the starting point.
Let me, on behalf of those hundreds of thousands of young people, say thank you to you as well, and to present you with a birthday present. 3 books I'm sure you would like from our executive collection: 101 Keys to Achievement and Fulfillment, Speak Like a Pro, and then 1,001 Tips for an Outstanding Life.
Thank you so much.
Birthdays,
Thank you. So thank you so much. That actually talks a bit about who I am. We have a book club here at MTN Ghana. I launched it. I love reading. I always say one of the secrets to success is keep improving your mind. You're never too old to learn, so just keep learning and learning. So at any one time, I have 2 books. I have an audio book and a physical book. So in the morning, I listen to an audio book, and in the evening, I read a physical book.
How much has reading impacted you as a person and as a leader?
Dramatically. I mean, there's sometimes, and I'll do this, sometimes I'll go through a book and you always learn something. And some books feel like I'm plowing through them. It's like tough because they're quite cerebral. So you have to really apply yourself. So I read all types of books, but dramatically impacts the way I've just read a book yesterday that impacted the way I think about things. So I'm always reading because that's the only way to keep ahead of what the latest thinking is. People always learning. So the morning audio, because I'm getting ready in the morning, so I listen to an audio book, and the evening a physical book. And I think when you read before you go to bed, your mind processes it. You may not even realize that it rewires, your mind. And then you slowly start to evolve and change in your own thinking. So I think it's really important to read. So I love reading books. So thank you.
Welcome. My grandfather imbibed reading in me as a practice, and he had a huge library. So I'll read the books. When he ran out, I kept reading them over and over again. It was quite a variety. And my mom was a literature teacher as well. So
there we go. You came from the background to be able to do that. And it's unfortunate because people and that's one of the dangers that we have to be careful of, is my son keeps talking to me. I have ChatGPT, but he'll use ChatGPT to summarize something. And I'll say, don't do it. Because an author, when they write a book, writes it, and there's a story they tell through the book. If you get a summary, you'll get main facts, but you'll lose the flavor. You don't get the flavor of the book, the kind of thinking behind it. And that's really important. And you may not know, but I've published 3 books. I write books.
Well
I come from a family of, my mother wrote poetry, my brothers have written books, so I love writing, and I also love consuming books. And so when you write, then you know, like if someone does a ChatGPT version of one of my books, they're going to get the facts, but they're not going to get the flavor.
What kind of books do you write?
I've written one academic book, which was a sales and marketing book. I wrote a leadership book called The 3D View, and I wrote a Christian book. So those are the 3 I've written.
Sales and marketing, leadership, Christian. We'll explore all these pieces. So tell me, in your journey as a leader, as a corporate executive, give us a flavor. You mentioned flavor. Give us a flavor of some of the learnings, some of the things that have helped you to get to where you are today.
I'm also evolving the way I think and look at things as I go through my career. But one of the things that I learned very early on was about the fact that you can't manage every situation. Some things are not going to turn out the way you want them to be. So you have to accept that you're not perfect, and there are certain things that you're going to struggle to do them as best as you want to. And I'm a perfectionist. I like things done properly. But I've had to learn that I can't always do things the way I want them to be, and you need other people to do it. So the big thing for me is over time I've realized that if I don't have people around me, whether it's my family or my colleagues who are supporting me, you'll never achieve anything. And that's why I've always found it quite awkward when you receive an award for something, because as a CEO, if you receive an award, that's not just your award, it's your people's award, it's your family, it's everyone who stood behind you. So those kinds of things have really made a difference in my life in terms of how I look at things. And then over time, I've evolved in understanding you have to be humble about what you achieve in life. You know, these jobs as CEO, you put front and center all the time. But you've got to understand that you've got to approach that with humility, because you're in this job tomorrow, someone else is in this job in the future. So you just